The need to restore Oregon white oak habitat as well as upland prairie is urgent right now, in that we have less than 10% of white oak habitat left in the Willamette Valley and less than 1% left of upland prairie.
We purchased the land in 2013, and at that time, it was really the poster child for cut and run forestry.
I'm a master gardener, and one of the great things about the program was learning the difference between the natives and the non-native plants, and how some native plants, such as the Oregon white oak, were quickly disappearing. And so I've been really concerned about that. When we first saw the 12-foot high Scotch broom, we made a joke about it being old growth Scotch broom. Everything was just inundated. And of special concern to me was all of these fields, because as we drove along, I could see the tops of little oak trees sticking up. And I began to be really concerned about that, thinking, can we clear all this out of here and release those oaks?
We purchased it and then began a process of identifying the worst areas, brush fields, clearing those, and then replanting those into timber. I had initial skepticism about working with any government agency. I had concerns about what sort of encumbrance that would put on my land.
Landowners can be skeptical about having government agencies of any caliber entering their property and entering into a contract. We meet them on their level, whatever level that is.
I reached out to NRCS because I was living next door to my friend who had some oak trees on his property, and he had talked to the NRCS about preserving those oak trees. And so when we saw the number of small trees that were here and even some large groves of trees, we decided to contact the NRCS and see what kinds of programs they had available to preserve those oaks.
So I was really excited when the Walkers said they were interested in partnering with NRCS on this project, because they had the ideal property, that there's a lot of mature oaks, but then there's also a lot of young oaks, which we don't see that much, and we need to have those replacement trees for the future. Plus, they were the perfect landowners to work with. They were highly motivated. They were into collaborating and bringing whatever partners in were needed to make this a success, and I knew it would be.
Fortunately, the staff there was very welcoming and open to the plans that we had and the interests that we had. So that helped a lot. It was very cooperative. They have an interest in preserving the land and doing the best by the land, same as we do. So it really made for a good partnership.
And it was obvious to us that they loved the land and they cared about it and wanted to preserve it as much as we did. And we always felt a close partnership with them.
We have programs that can help landowners meet their objectives. Everyone has a different baseline. And so really that's where it kind of starts, is assessing what the landowners want to do, what they're comfortable doing.
But I was very happy to find out that the NRCS has the same sorts of view about conserving native species as I have. And so it was a good partnership that we were able to work with.
We are a conservation district, but we also know that the land needs to be productive. People don't buy property just to restore it and set aside and never use it. So we understand that use is necessary, and we try to work with landowners to balance that and combine the plan, the conservation plan, with what their future uses are going to be.
One of the first things that a conservation planner will do is meet the landowner on their property and walk the property with them. That really helps to cement the foundation for the knowledge base that the planner has, and meets the landowner at their level of expertise on their property and helps build trust that way. With the Walkers project, we started out as a oak habitat restoration through the SWCD, and as the relationship developed over time, it became more than just the oak habitat restoration. We've also done pre-commercial thinning on their timber stands and brush management in other locations as well.
We actually did it with an excavator, picking the brush out, putting it in hedgerows. We also did quite a bit of mowing, and we've also done some spraying to control the invasive species. We've converted these fields of scotch broom and blackberries into workable pastures with oak trees scattered around on them?
Well, it looks totally different. I mean, for one thing, you can see the whole oak trees. And since we've done this brush clearing and released them, they've grown at least a foot or two. It's not much compared to the thousands of acres that are disappearing in Oregon. But to even rescue a few acres to preserve for posterity, I just felt really great about that.